Welcome back to Redbeard RPG and Pillars of Eternity. In between episodes, I resupplied, and now we're heading into the cave of Crayton's Scar. We'll see. I think we're pretty much nearing the end. I don't know how big this dungeon is going to be, but it looks like it's pretty good. Get to the crystal at the bottom of Inon Brothar. Don't think we're done fighting Eyeless yet. Or tentacle monsters. Hair of Andra. Columns of water rise up from the pool in front of you, shifting and writhing, whipping air around in a vortex. This can only be Andra's hair, appearing before you at a fraction of the size typically reported by mariners unfortunate enough to encounter them at the high seas.
You have done well to have come so far. I confess I was not certain you would make it.
Okay.
But I do not wish to give false hope. The greater challenge remains in front of you.
The Eyeless have to be stopped for the good of the Direwood.
Running through the core of this rock is a large growth of crystal. You will know it when you see it.
Okay.
A blow to the crystal would reverberate through the walls of this place. Strike it enough and the entire structure would crumble. The Eyeless would be buried.
Okay.
Of course, it would take a person years to cause enough damage.
But not with the help of the Eyeless.
Then you know what must be done. Strike the crystal with Obidon's hammer. The Eyeless will wake and come to its call. Join in striking the crystal.
Okay.
They will cluster together and bury themselves. I have realized it is best that they should be ended, for within each of them is a small piece of Obidon himself. Upon their deaths, those fragments and the memories they contain will be safely dispersed. I had not considered the dangers of allowing them to persist, until a watcher appeared at my abbey.
And what part of that are you not telling me?
A single strike upon the crystal will not be enough. The Eyeless respond only as long as the hammer rings. You will need to remain until their work is complete, wielding the hammer until the walls come crumbling down.
Okay.
What? But that would mean... Oh.
If the Eyeless won't stop until I'm dead, I might as well return the favor.
It is a difficult thing to accept that one's dying day has already been marked. It is good that you have no illusions about your own.
So there's got to be a way we can escape, but we'll find out.
The Eyeless cannot be reasoned with or fled from. One day not far from now, they would kill you and level the Deerwood. You have seen what they will do. This is the way you can stop them. And the truth is that you are marked by the Eyeless for a reason. It would be better for all if the things you have seen were forgotten.
A tidy ending for the Sea Queen. But we'll write our own, right?
Sure, kinda.
Crushing's a bad way to go. Maybe we should just hang ourselves.
The watery columns drop all at once back into the pool, sending up a small splash. The pool settles, and looking down into it, you only see the faces of you and your companions alone and condemned. Alright. Oh, good grief. I was going to check this real quick. I guess we can do that anyways. Now, this technically isn't Rising Tide. Interesting. This is Forgotten Army / Lair of the Eyeless. We'll keep that in mind. And we gotta fight this guy. Let's go ahead and take care of that.
Zawa is ready. Huh?
Following your lead.
Don't I keep him as melee? Let's keep him back, actually.
Aye?
If thou feel not believe. It is no use. Let's burn this away.
Worth. Rah!
Oh,
This isn't working.
guy died before I got that spell off.
Zawa is ready.
Um,
Aye? Lavaru beyond seek!
If thou feel not believe.
Huh? Worth it. Rah! Lavaru beyond seek!
oh,
This isn't working.
okay, we're good.
Worth it. Rah!
There we go. All right. Well, we got one
All
now.
right then.
How many more we'll have to fight? We'll find out. I did restock on supplies in between episodes, so we do have that going for us. Well, yeah, that's a chasm, so he probably can see us too. Let's try to retreat
If
back.
thou feel not believe.
That it?
Following your lead. Roak 10! Pray if thou feel not believe.
I guess we're just gonna fight him.
How may I help?
Prefer to not fight two at once.
Zawa is ready.
Can he get through to the other guy? Let's see if he can engage him and distract him.
Stand still!
He cannot.
That's it!
Gotta be more careful.
This ogre ever gonna get back up? immediately get smashed.
What?
And get him up so he can do his AoE heal.
Aye?
Zawa is ready.
Following your lead.
Lavaru beyond seek!
Roak 10!
Let's do that.
Yeah?
And they just like targeting me for some reason. Maybe because I have Albadon's hammer or something?
Yes.
Brave Dalfilathili.
Lavaru beyond seek! Eh?
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not very helpful. Hmm? Ah. Worthy. Rah! How may I help?
Not even slowing it down! Following your lead.
Lavaru beyond seek!
Roak 10!
Oh, I got knocked out. So we'll have to rest after this anyway. So let's start hitting them hard with some fancy spells. What do you got? Might as well resurrect.
Zawa is ready.
Can't do anything. Let's try that.
Lavaru beyond seek!
Brave Dalfilathili. What? Yes?
Aye?
I cannot let
Lavaru beyond seek!
Yep, mine went down again. Seems like I'm so beat up, my maximum HP, even when I get resurrected, is like almost nothing.
All right, then.
Yeah, glad I restocked on camping supplies. Because we're gonna need them. That is, like, if I kill all the Eyeless, then who's gonna help me destroy the crystal? That kind of puts me in an awkward situation. I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing, is convince them to help me destroy themselves. Yeah, if that last fight wasn't convincing enough, anytime I see two, I need to start using heavy use of spells. Oh, these are probably the sleeping ones. Okay, I see now. Oh, what's this? Judging by the claw marks and scales around the edge of the pool, you believe it's regularly used by Legwith. You see something shimmering in the water, the depths frigid and murky water. Probably if Zawa do it. Zawa dives in, immediately feels the cold bite of the water, but the water is calm. The water is calm, but a person with weak constitution will greatly suffer if submerged for more than a few moments. Let's go for the shimmering light. Zawa shrugs off the intense cold, dives toward the glinting, murky depths of the ice cave. Quickly recovers a cache of Legweth treasures, including a variety of coins and a set of surprisingly well-preserved plate and reeds. Unfortunately, disturbance of the horde was observed by a pack of Legweth that are swimming over to investigate. Hiding from the Legweth will be difficult, but attempting to outswim them will require phenomenal athletic ability. Let's probably swim to surface. He doesn't really have any sneak. Zawa launches off the bottom of the ice cave and begins to swim towards the surface. Unfortunately, outswimming the band of determined Legweth is difficult even under the best circumstances. One of Zawa's legs is horribly mangled in the process of escaping the pool. Moments later, furious Legweth erupt from the pool. Okay. Autopause doesn't work sometimes in this game, and I don't know why. Alright, let's figure out how we're going to do this. Eddar's going to knock him down.
Zawa is ready.
Zawa will get him.
Huh?
Transform and go after that guy. I'm paralyzed already, of course.
Following your lead.
Zawa will switch to... Or not Zawa. Kana will switch to melee and go after that guy.
What?
We will indoctrinate.
How may I help?
And... we help with that one for now. Good grief, Zawa. He was upset by getting his leg hurt, I guess. He just blew that thing up in seconds.
Yes? I shall deal with this one. That's it!
You're not getting through me.
Okay, those guys were absolute pushovers. And we got some treasure from them.
Of course.
I think that was worth it. Oh, there's another Eyeless. Hopefully just the one. So if we can...
Yes?
let's try to get this wall spell set up so that he's got like constant passive damage going on. We'll get that right here.
What?
We'll get that going.
Rift
And Connor runs right through. Dang it, man. Alright, I guess we're going to take the damage on it. I got to remember the ones with these things. These are the ranged guys. These are the guys.
Zawa is ready.
Yes?
Actually, switch you back to the gun.
Huh? Worthy. Rah!
I guess that only hurts enemies.
It is no use.
That's it!
There's a lesson to be taught.
Lavaru, be on seek!
Blast!
That's not very helpful. Lavaru, be on seek!
Alright, we got one's not bad. We don't get too beat up just fighting one.
All right, then.
So if we move slowly, we might be able to just pick them off one by one and kind of reserve our camping supplies. But if we run into two, we just need to start using spells like crazy. Is that the crystal we're after, I assume?
What are you waiting for, Watcher? Some god to save you?
A ridge overlooks a broad chamber half flooded with water. You could crawl down this way, but it looks like a steep and slick climb back up. I think we pretty much have to climb down. Oh, now we got another tentacle monster. Should have saved before I did that. But we gotta defeat the Kraken. Optimal strategy, I don't know. I mean, a charm, confused, and dominated. I don't know if we're better off engaging all these individual tentacles. Maybe have Eder directly engage.
How may I help?
Along with you.
Following your lead.
And you.
Hmm?
You indoctrinate.
Yeah?
Transform. Go after this one.
Zawa is ready.
Zawa will go after that one, maybe? And once we get more set into battle, we'll start using spells.
Giant sea beast!
Yeah, see, that's a problem immediately.
Hmm?
Yes? Worthy. Rah!
Now we're like really spread out, like that.
Faru beyond seek. It is no use. Following your lead. Roak 10!
Lavaru, be on seek!
Why haven't you used this yet?
That's it!
Well, down he goes.
Ah.
That's not ideal. He's near death at least, though. I think we're in okay shape.
Zawa is ready.
Following your lead.
Okay, we got him. That wasn't too bad.
Zawa is ready.
I'm so far away. There we go. All right, let's camp real quick, just in case. Then we'll save the game. I think that's it.
All right, then.
Can't even go this direction. The only thing left to interact with. There it goes. Okay, I thought the game was about to crash. An enormous crystal juts from the wall like a spearhead protruding from a wound. An army of reflections stare back at you from the crystal's perfect facets. It echoes the sound of your footsteps, soft ringing hums. Someone will have to take up Album's hammer and strike the crystal, and Andra warned that whoever does will be buried in this place with the Eyeless. Whom do you choose? So do I like permanently lose the companion? I just saved, so let's just try.
You have led us bravely. It has been an honor to follow your lead.
The gods really have it in for you. I wish they knew you like I did.
Everyone will know what you've done for us. I'll tell everyone I know. Not even the Sea Queen herself could stop me.
A great act of freedom. Your body will suffer for it, but your soul will flourish. Always, I will remember your example.
Straight into the fire, then. Your chances aren't favorable, but at least you've learned to embrace the test. I told you I'd be good for you, Watcher.
You heft the hammer and swing it at the crystal. A perfect clear tone rings through the air, resonates through your teeth. Seconds later, ripples shiver through the water. Something big is coming. You give the others a final nod. The rest of your party scrambles out of the flooded cavern and flees through the tunnels. You continue hammering at the crystal, each strike magnifying the last. The echoes build onto the physical tremors. Meanwhile, the heavier rhythm pulses through the cave, footsteps, dozens of them. The others round the corner to see a line of Eyeless advancing. The creatures stagger to the rhythm of the hammer thuds blow, yet they crane their necks towards the party, ratcheting back their piston arms. Let's cast Repulsing Seal. Consider who will cast Endurance. Glowing Seal booms from the ground. The first two Eyeless step and fall backwards, taking most of the others with them. Party sprints by the distracted monsters. Fortunately, the creatures are too focused on the hammering to give chase. They continue toward the cavern. You maintain a steady tempo on the crystal. The Eyeless gather in the cavern, where they batter the walls in time with the hammer's rhythmic blows. The ground shakes, the falling rocks and shattering crystals splash to the ground. The party flees through the dark rumbling corridors. More spellbound Eyeless shamble along, but they're too entranced by the swelling cadence to take more than an idle swipe at the party. The tunnel narrows, light filters through ahead, the exit must be around the next bend. But it's clogged with rubble. Meanwhile, the ground drops several feet at once, the tunnel begins rolling on its axis. The distant sound of rushing water echoes through the cavern. Let's cast Twin Stones. The Parley's Bladed realizes you were the only person capable of this. Alright, well, I guess we'll use a pry bar. There must be a weak spot, but it'll take practice how to find it. Who will clear the way? Aloft has the most mechanics. That's probably the check this is going for. Aloft notices a loose boulder and wedges. Jet ledge knocks it loose and sends the rubble rolling away. The moon shudders again as the party escapes up to the ice just as another thunderous crash sounds from below. The Eyeless continue pouring into the cavern from every visible tunnel and crevice. You hear Rig's ever-growing canopy of smashing rock and shattering crystal. Meanwhile, the water level is rising. A skull-splitting crack rends the air. A surge of water knocks you from your feet. The entire cavern rotates, plunging you into a freezing soup of jagged metal, torn flesh, and stone. The others dash across the lake ice. The ice squeals and crackles, rocking dangerously underfoot. The sinking moon groans. Long fissures race across the ice. We'll use Kama's chant. Consider we'll cast this. Kama, of course. The words fill the party with vigor. Everyone speeds ahead while the ice cracks harmlessly behind them. At last, everyone reaches safety of the shore. In the middle of the lake, only the tip of the moon is still visible from above. The survivors watch in silence as it sinks to the depths. The world seems to be falling apart in slow motion. You sink into the lake alongside the dark shapes of the moon fragments and crushed Eyeless. Your limbs ache, your lungs burn, sparks flicker across your vision. Not sparks, scales. The Lagueth gather in front of you and notice something unusual about their iridescent eyes, a spark of uncommon intelligence. You hear a whisper in your mind. You freed us from our prison, Durgan's battery. Consider our debt repaid. The Lagueth, possessed by the spirits of Maran and some other Paragon, swarm and rush you to the surface. At last, you reach the shallows. You punch through a thin crust of ice and crawl ashore, trembling but alive. Ooh boy. I was hoping that's how it would go. There would be something that would make me survive. Maybe if you don't choose yourself, if you choose a party member, maybe you just lose them forever. You stand at the edge of the lake, bobbing. The bobbing of ice and rippling of water's surface slows until you're looking at a frozen moment in time. The world begins to move once more. It moves in reverse. All right. The surface of the water churns and rolls like it's about to spew something up, and it does. A fragment of the inner Rothar rises, unbroken. Ice reforms across the surface of the lake, spreading long, freezing fingers. The Eyeless file out of the moon fragment and onto the ice. They wind around the moon in an ever-widening spiral. They stop as the head of their line reaches you. They speak in a single voice that resonates with grinding metal and hissing steam.
We shatter and sink, discarded like worn tools. Why have you consigned us to oblivion?
You would have destroyed Kainua, Durgan's battery, and more. Their protest is sharp as squealing metal.
Blasphemy! These are jewels of civilization. They are sacred.
Oh?
We would sooner sacrifice our own bodies than dislodge a single stone from such a place. Why do you torment us with baseless accusations?
Andra changed you from a preserver to a destroyer. The Eyeless are still, but you hear their gears whirl as their collective spirit ponders this.
Then we were betrayed.
Yes, you were transformed against your will.
And we were made to betray something we cherish.
You feel their bitter agony like a hammer strike. The legacy of Ethwain's, you mean?
The bedrock of civilization.
Suddenly, they attack the ice beneath them, slicing and shattering with mighty swings from their iron arms. And where the ice breaks, the ancient powers rise, blotting out the blue sky with white peaks. Andra wanted Ithwain's civilization forgotten.
Better for her tides to ebb and her seas to dry up than to cover a single stone the Ingwithans laid.
The ice shakes with the fury of the Eyeless.
Each culture builds on the bones of the last. Yet many only look up at where they would go, never down at the foundations that bear them.
Ooh.
Like a mason who builds a listing tower.
The remaining sheet of ice cracks and groans.
What peril do they inflict on their progeny? And what dishonor on their forebears?
You hear the strain of crumbling stone and the voice of the Eyeless.
An argument I've had with the Lore College. Now I have divine counsel in my favor, and I can hardly present it as evidence. How frustrating.
You think it's unwise to forget the past.
It is unwise to douse a lamp in darkness, to cut the legs from a table. This forgetting is suicide, heresy.
I agree.
Every advance in the crafts and institutions of Kith was forged by skill and sacrifice.
You feel these words and the anger behind them in your bones.
A people cut off from their history will wither, and they deserve no less.
I 100% agree.
That is why we must return to ourself and restore Abidan.
Yeah, what do you mean by returning to yourself?
When Ione Brotha fell, Abidan lost much. His will to preserve, the memory of how and why he died. But he built us with fragments of his own soul. In returning, we can restore what was taken from him.
Interesting. Very well. Return yourself and be the god of preservation once more.
We shall see this world and its people restored.
Great wind shoves you back, your ears pop, and you feel for a moment as if the air is being sucked from the sky. Suddenly it ends, and you're standing in the snow, looking over Crayton's scar.
The Eyeless disappeared beneath the lake, their bond to Andra finally severed. With this threat ended, hope returned to the White March. Hunters returned to the wildernesses, and travelers to the roads. Tales of the Watcher's bravery replaced stories of monsters in the woods. The villagers of Stalwart busied their hands with work and their tongues with song, eager to seize on the promise of peace.
Ooh, and I believe we just finished the White March 2. That was a pretty cool ending. I like the way they wrote that. We got to level up. We got a couple loose ends to tie up, but this series is nearly over, I think. Unfortunately, this episode has to be over. It's already a little long, but thank you all so very much for watching. Have a good one.